today because I want to comment on what I feel to be the mishandling of a topic that isn't really public knowledge at this point, but it was just recently brought to my attention, like Wednesday, that the salaries of the incoming office holders for 2015 have been calculated incorrectly. And apparently some people at the staff level, and maybe some of the other office holders, but not myself, have been made aware of this for months. And I discovered on Friday that I received additional funds direct deposited into my account without being told that those would be put in, why they were put in, how they were calculated, and any justification that I'm actually entitled to receive that extra money. And I'm hoping that maybe the commission hasn't had this swept under the rug and they have been in the dark on this as well. But why it's an extremely important issue is A, it's salaries, and someone has done them incorrectly, and that is a big deal. I think if you guys don't know, I would like to have some questions answered at some point. I certainly don't expect to have a direct examination and get answers today, but I would like to know who's been computing these, the errors that were made, the new computations that have been made, the justification to arrive at the new figure, and whether or not these go back to the day that we took office, or what the plan is for this. Really why this is a big deal, again, for the second point, would be that there is a law that says that you cannot take a midterm pay increase, which this could certainly be viewed by many as an increase in your pay during your term of office, which of course could be illegal, and at a minimum, a breach of the Missouri ethics laws. As I said, I received a phone call on Wednesday saying that this had been an issue for months and was being worked on. They thought they were close to a resolution, but no one informed me that I would be getting extra money on Friday. On Thursday, I sent legal counsel an email instructing them that I do not want any additional funds until a legal opinion is issued, a written legal opinion, and also a written opinion from the Missouri Ethics Commission is obtained. Do I sound a little touchy on this subject? Perhaps I am a little more than other people because I have lived through this when my husband was commissioner, and due to the whole presiding commissioner must be paid $2,000 more than the associate commissioners, there were some adjustments made, and due to the ugly political climate that is Clay County, he and I believe Don Brown both received ethics complaints filed against them, which they had to retain legal counsel, spend way unnecessary money, and the complaints ended up, I believe, being dismissed. But the point is, they were bogus complaints being made, and I do not want to be subject to such a complaint when I had no knowledge of any increase, no notice, and was not allowed to have any input. So that being said, the $600 and some that I received into my account, I brought a check today, and I would like to return to the county. If the county will not accept it, I believe that it should be put into Mr. Graham's trust account. And
let me check that real quick, Counselor. What is the procedure? Who would be the proper recipient of those funds, or at least custodian of the check?
Well, the funds will be paid to the county.
Okay. So the county treasurer would be the one to actually receive the physical check, if that's acceptable.
I do not care. I'm glad the county is willing to take back the money until we get this worked out. I just want to make sure that proper policy is followed, and again, probably part of this wouldn't have occurred if the Salary Commission, 2 years ago, hadn't kept adjourning their meeting to where they had, 3 to 5 meetings to try to avoid members of the public. And I believe that that's probably what has caused all of this confusion, because I don't remember it being this difficult to compute salaries when I was in office. So I will give my check to the treasurer, and until you guys figure this out, please do not give me any more money in the next 2 weeks.
Have you notified also HR?
I just found out on Friday, so that will be my next step. So I figure without direction from the commission, HR wouldn't be listening to me, so.
This is, I believe, the contemplated subject for executive session.
She hit the nail on the head. exactly
In
what
that
I want
case-
to talk about.
In that case, since it's a subject for executive session, we've discussed in executive session between ourselves, I would like to comment that you touched on a point that has been something that I tried to resolve when I was in the legislature, actually. Mr. Porter, former Commissioner Porter, and I worked together to some way to alleviate a problem which exists in state law. That is the statutory conflict with the Constitution. We tried to come up with a statutory remedy that would allow less confusion. Unfortunately, that effort did not work out. So we will take this subject up in executive session and then follow up on it.
Okay, I would appreciate any answers you guys can give me at a future date.
One thing, and I will be making a recommendation about getting some independent input on this so that we can be sure that we're right. I agree with you on that. Part of the reason though that the salary commission continued to meet was because of this horrific tangle that was going on, and special counsel was brought in to speak to the salary commission. Anybody could show up if they wanted to, and council did speak to the salary commission, and I believe at the meeting where we were finally able to get outside counsel to come and speak to the salary commission about this entire issue. That's when it was adjourned. But I do have a question about the minutes that we have. And so that's another question I'll be raising as is appropriate, because when the salary commission meets for that last time and the votes are taken, we didn't really get a chance, as far as I recall, and I'm going to go back and check my notes, to meet again to approve the minutes.
Probably not.
That's a real issue. So there's a lot of things that are going to go into it, and I appreciate it bringing to the attention. The only thing that I would ask for everyone's protection is if a copy of that check we need.
I think it's probably standard practice the treasurer will get the copy on file. So that I think that would be, I have every confidence that the treasurer will follow that kind of good practice. That said, I don't want to get too much deeper in this. As I say, it's a subject for executive session, and if we discuss it now, the next part of us time in executive session. So I think we need
I
to.
got one.
The only other comment I would make is to follow up on your comment about the legal opinions and all that of the past salary commission, in that if office holders would be happy with their statutory pay and not try to increase it by value, assessment value. I mean, there were some pretty large numbers thrown out there, and you know, we are public servants. We know what we make when we take office. If we don't like it, we should just go find another job. So if this had just been a true, typical salary commission meeting, it would have been much more clear, in my opinion. Thank you.
I think you're right. Thank you very much for your comment. Any other